Hello and welcome to another AQA GCSE 8300 series revision video. These are the new style GCSEs. We're looking at the third paper in the higher tier. It is a calculator paper, so we are allowed to use calculators, and we're picking up in question 5, which reads, a coin lands on tails 200 times. The relative frequency of tails is 0.4. Work out the number of times the coin was thrown. Okay, so the relative frequency is just our experimental probability, or experimentally derived probability. And we know that probability is equal to event divided by sample space. Okay, now the probability, or the experimentally derived probability, is 0.4. So 0.4 is equal to, now our event is the number of times it landed on tails, which is 200. And the sample space is what we're trying to find out, which is the number of times it was tossed. And so all we have to do is rearrange this to make S the subject. So if we multiply both sides by S and divide by 0.4, let's just move that 0.4 out of the way, bring the S up here, 0.4 comes down here, and that gives us our sample space is just 200 divided by 0.4. Now you are allowed to use a calculator at this point. There's no problem with just taking your calculator, typing in 200 divided by 0.4, or you could observe that that's the same as 2000 divided by 4, which is the same as 1000 divided by 2, which is 500. So I would have just written 200 divided by 0.4 to get my markings is equal to 500. So the coin was tossed 500 times. Now I do want to give a word of warning on this one, because it's so easy to misread this question and just to see the 200 and the 0.4 and say, oh right, so the coin is tossed 200 times, the probability is 0.4, what's the probability it lands on tails is 200 times 0.4. No, they're not asking you to do 200 times 0.4. This is 200 divided by 0.4. Please don't make this mistake. I suspect that most people who get this question wrong probably just misread the question, so it probably can't hurt to read the question a couple of times. Just make sure you have understood the question. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. If you're taking your GCSEs this year, I'd like to wish you every success with your revision and every success with your exams, and I look forward to seeing you in another video.